What up? How's it going, man?
What's
We
going
are
on?
we are back with another one.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah, buddy. We are back. It's another day, another show, another Thursday night with who other than WTP and Soto 619. Or should I say
That's right.
Soto 619 versus WTP if we want to get technical.
Hey, that's the name of the channel.
That's the name of the channel there on the YT, of course. If you want to
Of
go check
course.
that out over there, if you're not wanting to watch it on the good old Tiki Talkie. And then, of course, we got it on the Purple brand as well, right?
We do. All over the place.
We're ever. We're like the Mr. Internationals of the wrestling community. So, everybody's wondering, where was Soto at last week? Like, I'm going to just jump straight into this week. Where was Soto
Damn.
619 last week? Why wasn't he around? Where were you at, bud?
Where's my thing? I was. I thought I had my pass around here. Anyways, I was at Comic Con.
Comic Con.
That's right. Comic Con.
San
It was
Diego Comic Con?
very. San Diego Comic Con. The most famous of them all.
The one, the only.
Um, yeah, man. I was at Comic Con. I went Thursday and Friday last week, so that's why I wasn't up for Smackdown. But it was a lot of fun. It was very heavily wrestling based, so there was a lot of WWE superstars, AEW superstars, and you know all those in between. So it was nice. I got to go to. I started my Thursday off with the Ronda Rousey panel because she has a comic book coming out, and then she announced that she was pregnant. And the moderator for that panel was Dave Bautista, the one, the only, the animal.
I walk alone in this pit of danger.
That's right. That
Man,
one was a
how
good
like
panel.
how was that experience? You know, because we didn't get to talk. We haven't talked in a few days. Work, kids, life, all that. Obviously, like how was the overall experience of being there?
Dude, it was dope, man. I love wrestling. So seeing any of the wrestlers that you've seen in the ring, obviously Ronda had a short run with WWE, but she was still part of it. And then Batista, obviously a big time for us. Um, and he looks so different now, right? Because he's slimmed down for different roles, and he still looks good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people spread the rumor mill on that guy. Oh, he's sick. He's not doing well. Like, no, he confirmed it in an interview because he's
Mm-hmm.
been seen a lot more throughout social media because he's doing a lot of you know cameos and YouTube and all that. And he literally said he slimmed down so he can be open to more roles, not like The Rock that has to do strictly like action movies and stuff because of his
Right,
size. He wants to take on the serious stuff now, not just be stuck in one little bubble.
for
But
sure.
like let's
But
like I'm gonna ask the obvious. How were you feeling when you saw Mr.
hold on, hold on,
Chicago?
hold on. I don't want to jump to that yet because
I want
I got
to.
to I got to not yet. I got to I got to talk to Ronda Rousey and say hi to Dave Bautista.
You
I
did. I
yeah, I was able
forgot.
to
You
go
got to
up.
ask her a question, didn't you?
I did. She has so like I said, she has a new comic book coming out. Not sure when it's coming out, but I got to go up and if you see the cover of her new comic book, there's like the supervillains and whatnot to her comic book, and one of them looks just like Paul Heyman. But while she was telling the story, she said that Paul Heyman influenced her on making a comic and like just doing something different that's not related to the just what like her passions are and whatnot. And I guess writing was one of her passions.
Yeah,
So
you did kind of discuss that with me briefly on the phone.
yeah,
Whenever we talked about that.
and then one of our other characters, if you look at at the poster, like I said, um, it looks to me it looks like the Miz. But anyways, I got to ask her. I was like, "Well, what's your influence behind the characters?" Because they look like the Miz and Paul Heyman, and she just laughed and she's like, "Well, definitely Paul Heyman." And the other one was more of like a Miz and Cody crossover. So Look at it. Let me know what you think. I think it looks a lot like the Miz. Um, and then her husband's also in it too. So.
Oh yeah, of course. He had a character based off of him, right?
Mhm.
But I think I told you that the character that you're referring to about the Miz, you also said it was like a mixture of Miz and Cody, right?
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
think I brought up like it kind of looks like a another guy, MJF.
MJF. No,
I
that
mean,
doesn't. To me, it doesn't really look too much like MJF.
I mean, the video's posted on your account, is it or is it not?
Not yet. I haven't posted
I,
that one up yet. I will.
he's gonna post it. I've seen the picture, not the actual video yet. I'm sure he's gonna get
It
around
just
to it.
is so bad quality because I had to hide. Like they would not let us record anything or take pictures. So I was like this while I was asking my interview question, like super subtle kind of. So it's all slanted,
Oh
but you know
yeah,
what? I'll make it work.
I remember being in that live and people were like, "Where is this? What is going on?" I was like, "It says Comic Con right there, guys. Come on,
Yeah.
it's obvious of where he's at." And then
Mhm.
later on in the day, people that did the same thing you did hide their phones and kind of just like the whole thing. Like they were
Mhm.
posting videos later on, and then obviously everyone started putting two to two together for where you were at. And I wasn't live last week, but when I did the show with Jimmy, everybody's like, "Where's like, are we going live? Are you going live? Am I going live? Is Jimmy going live?" And I
Yeah.
think for the first time last week, none of us then went live on a Friday.
Yeah. I
None,
know.
none of the creators.
I did end up going live the last 30 minutes of SmackDown though.
I did see that, and I mean, I had to keep telling everybody like, "Oh, he's at Comic Con. He's
Mhm.
doing that. He's having fun." So I guess some people forget that we have other things that we want to do outside of just streaming wrestling and all that. But you were actually
Yeah.
at a thing that you enjoy talking to wrestlers, so kind of worked out for you, especially asking Ronda Rousey questions, getting to meet Dave Batista, and you sent me other pictures of someone that I already mentioned, but you say you wanted to wait a little bit and then talk about him.
Well, yeah, because the panel after that, after the Ronda Rousey and Dave Batista, was the Mattel panel, and the special guest for that one was Zoe Stark and CM Punk, and it was cool because CM Punk came out of the crowd and he just walked through the crowd, and I posted that video on mine.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, so that was dope. He walked next to me, gave me a pat, and then I ended up
He's saying it.
getting.
He's saying it all casual right now. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
it
you
was dope.
exactly. I'm gonna tell you exactly how he told it to me. Um, he said that like he's saying it casual. He's trying to play it off a little cool right now, but I'm gonna tell y'all. He said that CM Punk walked by, he slapped him in the hand, then he tapped him on the back. But the way he said in the messages, I think he was fanboying just a little bit, just a tiny bit. And then I saw the video and I can hear him saying, "Oh my god," kind of like an "Oh my god" voice. I don't know what you said, but you were pretty excited. And I ain't gonna lie, I'd be pretty excited too to meet somebody like CM Punk. It'd be pretty dope, especially so close to him, announcing something on the following Monday night, right?
Hmm.
So that was kind of cool for you. Like I was happy for you. I was like, oh man, that's kind of dope. A little jealous too, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. I'm responding to people in the chat.
Oh yeah, I got you. Then of course,
Oh, then of course I got to meet him after, um, and that was out of pure luck because I didn't even think I was gonna have the opportunity to meet him because they were doing lotteries before Comic Con even started, and I didn't get selected. But I guess there was a standby line, and I just waited. I waited for like an hour, and then they were like, "Okay, we're letting standby in," and I was just, super excited because I got to take a picture with CM Punk and Zoe Stark.
that's
And
pretty
meet them
dope.
both. Yeah, 2 for 1. They were just taking pictures, no signing anything. It was in San Diego at Comic Con.
Yeah, I mean, because I can imagine for just the CM Punk part, there was probably hundreds of people in line to get anything with him, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And you
There were
know,
people carrying belts on belts. I'm glad I didn't take any belts, especially because he wasn't signing anything. There was one guy had 3 belts on him, and I was like, that's too much to be walking around this hot
I mean,
Comic Con.
I can only imagine that because I went to SmackDown this year, took the Universal, the WWE Undisputed title, and that thing is already heavy. Can't imagine a guy carrying three. Like that would be a lot.
Yeah, but it was still cool. Still cool to meet CM Punk. Crossed him off my list now. Uh, Zoe
And
Stark was
then
was a bonus.
they announced the figures, and you showed me and Jimmy, and of course you were on
Mhm.
live. You know,
Mhm.
they announced CM Punk figure.
Mhm.
Seeing the comments, someone saying Zoe Starks, Carmelo Hayes,
Yeah. Mhm.
and
She got really emotional when they announced her figure.
that's a big
You know, because
deal.
it was her first figure.
Yeah, and if Carmelo had been there, I'm sure he would have been stoked about that too. Because it's not
Mhm.
just like a regular figure; it's what the Elite Edition that they're
I don't
releasing
remember.
for them. Something along
Yeah.
those lines. I know CM Punk's an Elite figure.
Yeah, but CM Punk's
From
had over 100 figures. You know what I
that,
mean?
he's
Over
probably like,
the last
and
20 years. You know what I mean?
another one. All right, cool. But Zoe, Carmelo, that's pretty dope for them. So I'm seeing in the comments right now, Raven, dream about it since she was a little girl. She said, I mean that
Mhm.
again, that's pretty cool for her. And your overall experience, you said it was pretty dope. Like
It was really cool. It was a
this
good time.
man, he's a man of few words.
No, I know, but it was just a good time. That's all I can say. I mean, the atmosphere was great. You know, you're at Comic Con. You're not at a WWE event, and it's hosted by
Well,
Mattel, so it's a toy company.
I
You know,
mean,
but
it's kind of one and the same because for that panel, it's mostly wrestling fans, right?
right, of
I mean,
course.
it's kind of like going to an event because you're
Hmm.
just seeing all these wrestling fans, and you know, us wrestling fans obviously have more interest than just wrestling. We also like comic books and obviously movies and stuff like that.
For
But
sure.
that's just
I ended
pretty
up
dope.
buying the limited edition Shawn Michaels at Comic Con, which I think you can still pre-order it. Yeah, it's still you can still pre-order
Yeah,
it.
Soto said he bought two, but obviously not one of them wasn't for me, and thought he was gonna send me
I'll,
one. Thought we were friends, but
I'll end up doing a giveaway or something, and then
but
we'll see what's up.
how's the other one going? Are you almost done with that one for the belt?
Which one? No, I'm not. Surprisingly, I'm not. I still have the WWF Attitude Era title. Um, Very nice quality. That I love the leather. The leather of this is beautiful. But look at that F logo. That F logo is what gets me.
And I think
Nice
that's
and
a
sturdy.
custom. That's a custom belt. That's not a replica,
Right.
which is even better because someone handcrafted that. Wasn't
Yep.
probably wasn't like these belts back here. These are all replicas. That one's actually custom because they don't make them with the F anymore on any shop.
Correct.
So you have to find those made or
But
someone willing to give one up.
like I said, this is the third one I've had, and it's the best quality I've ever gotten. And the material on this thing is super thick, super strong, super heavy, just like the ones that you have behind you. So it's a beautiful piece. Anyways, I do have it's the link in my bio. If you want to join, there's only 25 spots available. We got about 15 spots left. So if you do want to join, it's about 25 for 25 spots. I don't know if I can say dollar amounts, but it's
But
25.
just hit the link in the bio and it gives you all the instructions.
Yeah, yes, it's
Thank you,
easy,
Mr.
easy to
Wicked.
join.
Raven says, I have a plastic AWA World Champion belt from Kmart in 1985. Wow. Well, if you want a WWF belt, hit that link in the bio for Soto619 on his TikTok, and he'll give you the instructions.
Yep.
But, I mean, that was
Um,
pretty, like I said, awesome experience for you last week. I'm glad you
Absolutely.
got to experience that, man. It's pretty
We
dope.
I also got to attend the AEW panel. That one was
Ah.
super cool. Yeah, so that one had um, way more people involved. I don't know if you guys watched my live, but it ended up being I might miss somebody, but it was a Britt Baker, Darby Allen, Tony Khan, Swerve Strickland, Tony Storm, um, Will Ospreay. Am I missing anybody else?
I don't remember who was on that
There
one.
was with surprise appearance from Mercedes Monet.
Oh, yeah. I remember her being there. Someone else was with her. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. Oh, Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there's a
But
lot, man. For that panel, there was a lot of people that showed up. I got super good seats. I think it was like second or third row. That one I had better shot at recording stuff. I
oh yeah,
posted the main clip. Tony Khan literally booked a match while we were on the floor, and you could just feel that was coming. Right, Tony's gonna pull the obvious and book a match at Comic Con,
oh
and
yeah. Somebody's asking,
yeah,
is MJF there?
MJF was not there. He was
That would have
not
been
there. He
cool.
didn't show up.
That would have been
But
cool to
eh,
have.
but I did post on my page that I ended up taking a picture with. Oh wait, maybe I didn't post. I posted it on my Instagram. But I did take a picture with Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland.
Oh yeah, that was. I saw that one on Instagram. I think it's the only
Yeah,
one you posted for AEW.
yeah, that
Or
was the only thing I
unless I'm
posted on
mistaken,
Instagram.
you did post something with Britt Baker and Mercedes Monet.
So, do you know how they have those little cards in front of them to say like who they are, like their little name tags,
Yeah,
like that piece right there,
yeah.
like literally says Swerve Strickland with Comic Con on it.
Did you take it?
Um, well, they don't let fans take them anymore, which is a bummer, because they back in the day you used to be able to take them, they would sign them and whatever, whatever. Well, they don't let you do that anymore. So, I mean, I just went up to him, I took that picture that I just showed you, and then security guard looked away, and I grabbed it and I took off. So, Swerve Strickland, I got your Comic Con little paper thing.
Wait,
It's just a
you
piece of
actually took
paper.
it?
Yeah, I took it. I don't have it with me in this room, but I have it with me at another place. So, anyways, my goal now is whenever I meet Swerve again, to take that Comic Con piece and have him sign it then.
You're gonna hide it in his jacket, like, don't let anyone see that. There's
There was just
security,
some lady saying he took it,
same
and I
same
was like,
security guard, like, hey, you get over here. Whose house?
yeah,
Soto's house now.
exactly. Soto's house. Yep, I
You
took
took that.
Swerve's
You're like,
nameplate.
I'm taking this is mine now. I'm the
Hell yeah, this
captain
is
now.
mine. Exactly.
But
So that was a
man,
cool experience
I'm sure
overall. I wanted to meet
you're playing on
all of
next
them,
year
but
too, right?
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Every year it's always a good time, especially now that um, AEW is doing more of a presence there, and they brought such a big panel.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely going.
Uh,
And oh, and I didn't even get to say it, but I ran into Danhausen on the floor of Comic Con.
you did tell me that, but you didn't tell them
Yeah,
that. You didn't tell no one else that.
no,
And
I
I'm
got
always
to.
telling
Yeah,
you, the one guy I would want to meet is Dan Housen.
yeah, it was dope.
And I'm like, because everyone says that dude is actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, except he was. I don't know if he was going because he had panels to do, so I didn't have a chance to like take a picture with any or anything.
Or
But
give
I
him a
ended up
shout
seeing
out.
Danhausen. Yeah, I ended up meeting Danhausen on the floor of Comic Con.
That is dope.
He was in full makeup and everything.
But yeah, that is pretty
So
cool.
yeah,
Maybe
that was a
one
good
day
time.
WTP will go.
Yeah, man, you gotta try.
Oh yeah. But but yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much my Comic Con experience for wrestling stuff. It was dope.
He someone's saying he's on a couple independent shows this weekend. Nice. I know he stays busy, so
It was a
but
good time.
now, for those of you waiting, because now we're gonna talk some wrestling.
Let's do
Some
it.
wrestling. Last week, like I said, we didn't I did watch SmackDown. I thought it was okay. I didn't take a lot of notes on it. Um Obviously SmackDown hasn't been doing too hot. In my opinion, I gave that show like a 7 or 7.5 out of 10. Soto caught the last 30 minutes, and I'm sure he read up on the results, but we're not going to talk too much of SmackDown this week. We're just going to go straight
Yeah.
into this past week's Monday Night Raw, which
Yep.
we've all caught, obviously. We were all live again. And overall, what did you think of Raw this week?
It was definitely a filler. I think the last couple episodes have been filler episodes,
But still,
especially if you watch the was it opened up podcast something with Bully Ray.
Busted Open podcast.
Busted Open, thank you, Busted Open podcast.
I do
Um,
listen to that show.
that one, he made a good point on how you start your show off and then you say, wait, you two can't touch each other, you know, saying how Seth, Seth said CM Punk and Drew couldn't touch each other, right? If they laid a finger on each other, the match would be off. And Bully made a good point. You should not announce that because there's going to be the suspicion or the heightness of
The suspense,
what's going to happen, the suspense. Thank you,
because
of like what's going to happen.
because I ain't gonna lie, like my prediction was like you're gonna get these guys in the ring and they're just gonna throw down.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
what I
was
wanted.
hoping for that. Like let
Yeah,
them
but they
fight
shut
a
that
little,
down quick.
and I'm like, dude, really? Like really? People don't care what y'all do right now, except they want to see these guys tear each other apart really quick, even if it's for like a minute or even 30 seconds. Let them go at it. Let Seth, do what he does and push one, kick one, and then pedigree another, like whatever. Or let the security guards that have been there getting thrown around just get in there, get thrown around. Something.
Yeah, well,
But
it's all good.
the
Other than that,
segment,
that was my favorite segment of the night, to be honest.
yeah, it was because I liked, like I posted the video. I liked, like Drew was in there trying to plead his case, like I hate you, and me and you both hate this guy. Let's do whatever with this guy. And then Seth is like, I hate you, I hate him, and yeah, it's gonna go down. However, I want it to. I'm really quiet.
What? What
Wow,
happened?
someone says I'm really quiet.
Let's see.
Let me turn it up. Unless it's just me being like waiting for Soto to talk. No, you're good. I mean,
No, I can hear
uh,
you perfectly fine.
I guess turn up the phone. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
all
turn mine
good,
up
but
all the way.
no, you're good. That's better. Okay, I turned up my mic a little bit. So yeah, okay.
I can definitely hear you.
What up? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I liked how Seth just pretty much like, hey, I don't like you. I don't like you. I might count three. I might count 10. I might call DQs. Who knows? It matter. It's ref's discretion. And I was like, okay, that right there is actually going to help this matchup be even better than what we want it to be. Because I think Seth is just going to let these guys get in there and just tear each other apart. Like,
Yeah,
he's not going to give a damn if Punk wins. He doesn't care if Drew wins. He's just like, I don't like neither one of you guys. Tear each other apart. The less y'all are around, the more I get opportunities. So I think that match is actually going to be the match of the night to actually outdo. Because there's some really good matches for SummerSlam we're going to go talk about later, but for SummerSlam, that one's, we're going to get into it later more, but it's going to be a good match.
for
And
sure.
then, and then what was the opening contest, Soto?
Dude, I don't remember. That's a good question.
I remember it was a good match. I can't remember the match either,
Me either.
but there was a lot of good segments. What is up? How's everybody doing? Joshua says howdy. No, yeah, Creed Brothers versus Otis and Tozawa, I believe was one of the next matchup or the first matchup of the night.
Yes, that's true. And then
And
we got the Wyatt Six.
I'm gonna let Soto talk about this one because I don't know if it was the first matchup or it was the first matchup because later on we saw the Dexter Loomis tape.
Yeah, I
Um,
was.
yeah, from what I remember from the top of my head, your boy WTP needs more sleep.
It was
Like I
good.
don't
No,
I don't sleep too much.
I like how they showed up. I wish that they would have announced the match for SummerSlam instead of for the following Raw. But
You
I'm
know,
glad that they came in and attacked them, and we finally got to see them reveal their face. Right, we saw Dexter's face finally. We saw Joe Gacy's face, and obviously Eric Rowan. We had seen him before a couple weeks ago in his video, so it was cool, man.
yeah, the whole segment was great. I liked how, like you just said, that they finally gave us the face reveals. They
Yeah,
finally put the people behind the mask in front of the cameras, and they're finally letting them get physical because first night, obviously, we saw them do what they do. They, beat everybody up, and lately they've just been kind of showing up. People just run, and that's about it. The only time we got to see any physicality was when Bo Dallas got beat down by Three Brothers and Chad Gable, and now we're finally getting to see the other three guys. Like, okay, you mess with him, we're gonna mess you up. And
Yeah.
some people were just like, I don't want this match for a Monday Night Raw. It should have been SummerSlam, but I'm like no. If it was gonna be anybody at SummerSlam, it should have been like Chad Gable
Uncle
versus Bo
Howdy.
Dallas or Uncle Howdy, right?
Hmm.
And they're doing a good thing by giving us a match like that for a Monday Night Raw, which is the Monday after SummerSlam, which is actually good because we usually do get big matches after SummerSlam because it dies down a little bit because now we got to wait for the next events that come up like Bash in Berlin uh,
Hmm.
and other PLEs, right? So I think they're doing good with that, and they're going to build up a match with Chad versus Uncle Howdy in the
For
future
sure.
for another event. But
I think at Bad Blood that those two would face off.
oh yeah, Bad Blood. I keep forgetting about Bad Blood, but I'm over here thinking straight to Bastion Berlin. But Bad Blood would be a good one, especially for the White Six to
Yeah,
do
most
something
definitely.
at, right?
I can see them on the cover of that one potentially, or I don't know. We'll see. I want to see
Yeah.
them
Or
do
maybe
something,
we get
especially
a,
it's in
depending on
October.
how Punk and Drew go, maybe we get that run back again and they're on the cover.
Maybe
There's a lot of feuds that are being built up, and
is is a what's that? Is a Taylor Swift song going to be the theme for that song?
only if you want it to be Soto. I mean, he's a big time Swifty, you know how he is.
Because now they got Bad Blood,
Oh yeah.
right?
I don't I
that'd be
don't know what
that'd
that
be
song is.
perfect.
You want
That'd
me
be
to
perfect.
admit that I'm a Taylor Swift fan or something?
You at least know the hook.
Anyways, guys, I'm just kidding. This guy's trying to put me on blast. Really?
All
Really?
right, let's keep it
Really?
going then. We also
Uh,
had Big Bronson Reed defeat Sheamus.
the big
Um,
guys, but that was so really just due to Pete Dunne coming out with the shillelagh.
yeah, like Finley.
Sheamus is shillelagh.
Oh,
Remember, he
that's
used to
cool.
hold it when he was
I
at what?
forgot.
In the Brawling Brutes.
Yeah, I forgot.
Uh, so it's kind of like ironic that they used to use that for their matches and now it got used on Sheamus. Which that match was pretty physical and I liked it. I'm not going to lie to you. I
And then we
mean,
had Jey Uso defeat Carlito and spit out his apple with the spear.
um, that one was kind of random. I'm not going to lie. Jey Uso and the second, third matchup of the night. Random spot for him. And wonder what they're going to do in the future with him because right now it's kind of like let's turn down the volume on main event Jey Uso.
Yeah,
Kind of
I
like
keep
they
calling
did.
him mid-event Jey Uso.
Kind of like your favorite LA Knight. They turned down the volume on him too when he was like one of the hotter stars to be out there, and now they're just like, can't let you get up there, bro. Come on.
And now he's going to be United States champion this Saturday.
What? I'm just kidding.
Um. Also, we had Karrion Cross defeat Xavier Woods.
Okay, so I gotta like that matchup is I. Nothing too crazy happened with that for me. I really was kind of like, let me go to the bathroom during that one. But, obviously Xavier, they made it personal by bringing up Kofi, especially with Jesse Ventura, I mean, Karrion Cross, throwing shade at Kofi about the losing his title in what, 6 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
I just got to put a title on him. Do I need to grab
It's just
mine?
no, it's just heavy on my legs.
It's just heavy. It's just
Just heavy.
heavy. No, but I liked how they did that with Carrion and Kofi, not Kofi, but Xavier, making it personal during in the beginning with him just throwing shade at everybody, and Xavier just showing out, getting aggressive, bringing a side out he hasn't brought out in a while. But with Final Testament, the whole thing, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like it's not catching my attention. Like it's just a random group thrown together, and they're trying to make it work, but I just don't think it's working. Like I think somebody in my life was talking about like this guy's just boring. He's not doing nothing, and AOP is just there to be there.
Yeah, so far they haven't found their niche.
No, and I think they should just honestly break up that group and let AOP do their own thing. You
Yeah,
know,
I can see
because
that.
before they were on a streak before they got released. Remember, and that was without carrying cross, without anybody. Even when they were with Seth for a little bit, they were still like kind of being pushed a bit to go and be future champions and all that in the tag team division, which they still could if they're just repackaged the right way and just get an opportunity to go for those titles. Um, and I called Karrion Cross Jesse Ventura because that dude just sounds just like him. And it's ironic that Jesse Ventura was there the other night. So I was like, oh wow, like that's just random.
Yeah.
Like, what? I mean, I don't know what you think. I've been rambling on about that, but the only thing that I think is that's good about that group is Scarlett Bordeaux.
Um, there's only two more matches that I really care to go over for Monday Night Raw, and that was Sami Zayn technically winning against Dom by disqualification, and then the main event, which was Gunther taking out Finn Balor.
So Sammy and Dom was a decent match. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie. I mean, I kind of knew Dom wasn't walking out winning, but I
yeah.
really did. I kind of called it when we saw obviously JD trying to interfere, but then of course Jay came out and helped him, and then we saw Braun Breaker come out take on Sammy Hogan, and obviously Sammy kind of saw it coming this time. So that's another matchup we'll talk about later for SummerSlam, but obviously Dom was kind of thrown in there to handle business, I guess. And obviously Carlito was supposed to handle business with Jay, and neither one was able to handle business. So I wonder what's going to happen next week, especially with Mommy, especially for this weekend, because it's also building up for what's going to happen this weekend. Um, Thoughts, because we got segments to cover too, a live segment and a Rhea segment that we skipped over completely.
I was just talking about the matches.
Yeah. But we'll talk about the segments here in a minute.
Do you think that that Rhea broke the controller or Liv broke the controller for Dom? Who do
That
you think
broke
broke
it.
the controller? Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious that Liv broke that controller, man. She was setting stuff on fire.
Well,
And
maybe it
Carlito,
was
man, I
Rhea.
feel bad for Carlito. He was like,
That's
hey,
not
man, the PlayStation. Or was the
that's
Xbox or
not cool.
PlayStation?
It was PlayStation.
It was like, that's not cool. But if you're I'm assuming Xbox guys didn't care. They're like, it's just a PlayStation. If it had been the Xbox, PlayStation guys were like, it's just an Xbox.
What's up, Edgar? Thanks for liking the live.
Dom terms on Rhea. We're going to talk about that later on.
All
I'm
right,
not
let's
there
just jump
yet.
into SummerSlam. I think we should just get there.
We're not going to talk about the two segments, Rhea and
Go
Liv.
ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I called mine for Rhea. Somebody let Dom know the crazy chick outside.
Hey, that was
Uh,
funny. That was a funny
I was
post.
like, because at first I was going to put, the Day Day or Ice Cube and his uncle in the movie for next Friday. Like, hey, Day Day, that crazy girl outside. But I was like,
That'd be a funny
nah.
one.
Yeah, but nah, but I ain't gonna lie, that was a good segment that they're making it, something a crazy chick would do that's kind of obsessed with the guy or girl, however you want to put it. But setting his stuff aflame, and obviously what happened to the clubhouse, it was
Yeah,
good. I liked it, and I like what she said. And they're making it personal, you know.
for sure.
I mean, obviously, and then we saw Rhea's segment later on. If you want to talk about that one for a minute,
Honestly, I forgot what happened with Rhea.
I'd pretty much, like, I guess just talking about how she tried to take everything and everything's still hers. She tried to take Dom Dom and the group and the title, and she's gonna get it all back.
I don't remember her segment.
I don't remember all of it either. I'm just going off the memory. My 2 year old said hi, hello,
Tell your 2-year-old we said hi.
hello.
Seth looks fruity on Raw. When doesn't
Wow.
he look? When doesn't he look fruity?
I mean, everyone says it all the time. He's going through his wife's closet and gensake. I mean, it's just one of those things. This thing just does not want to cooperate today. But yeah, um, can you stream some? Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
we usually
both of
do.
us.
He
Both of
one,
us will be.
both of us will be here this weekend. I
Hmm.
mean, if you know me, you know I'll be here. I'm getting off work on time to get here and do that. I'm not going to stream a 3 hour pre-show though. I'm just going to let y'all know that now.
Yeah, of course not. I'm definitely
Like,
just doing the show.
that's just craziness that they're doing 3 hours.
Edgar, does yours say? Does yours have the F on it, or does yours have the E on it? Or I guess technically nothing.
Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. But yep, what the F? Nice.
Nice. He's got the F. That's dope.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you did want to join the belt giveaway, it's only it's on my link in bio.
Link in bio to get the
Link
info.
in bio. Get
You
the
can
info
message
if
me
you
and
did
I'll
want
tell you
to.
the rules, or you can just message Soto619.
And then
Same
you can give
name on
this one
his Tiki
away.
Token.
If you win, you can give this one to WTP for Christmas or his birthday.
Please.
Or not. You can just sell it and make some money.
I'm hoping to win. I'm going for the win. Because I want Soto to fly to my house with that thing and hand it to me. I've already told him that. It's like, I want you to come hand it to me.
He said he's got a bad idea.
Oh snap. And then I don't know if there's any matches.
Oh,
Oh,
he said
not a
not a
bad
bad
idea.
idea. Not a bad idea, right? It's only
Yeah.
25 doll hairs.
Doll hairs? Just doll hairs?
Doll hairs. That's it. 25
Nice.
doll hairs.
Nice. And you
Link in
can,
bio.
you can send it on the abbreviations of Cali.
Yeah, it'll be this one. I'll ship it out.
It's
And
ironic.
then
Like, I only made that
what?
up because you're from Cali.
Oh, it's all good.
I was like, wait, it is
Um,
the same initials.
all right. On to SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, you say? Well,
SummerSlam.
no predictions for SmackDown?
Oh, okay. Let's go to SmackDown real quick. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
we
a
got
quick
it.
summary for SmackDown.
So I got it up here. We got some matches for tomorrow night already.
Well, hold
Um,
on. First, Logan Paul is coming home to Ohio,
I
Cleveland.
see that.
That's the first thing.
And there
Women's
is
Championship tag
there
team
is
match.
yeah, there is 2 tag team title matches tomorrow. Obviously the
Hmm.
one that, you know, I see new champions tomorrow for one of, probably for both of them, in my honest opinion.
Damn,
I'm just
pretty
gonna
bold.
say it's
I
probably gonna
don't.
be 2 new champions. Well,
Nope.
technically 4 new champions.
Nope.
All right, we're gonna talk about which ones then. All right, we're gonna get into this.
All right, the women's championship match. We have the Unholy Union, which is the current champions, versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Man, I'm gonna say this though. Where the
Go
hell has Isla Dawn been my whole life?
ahead.
Like, I mean, everybody's talking about it. Let's just get the elephant out of the way right now. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Like, where has she been? Like,
Dude.
no one knows. Like, everybody's like, where the hell has she been? That she's looking that fine. I'm like, I don't know. NXT. And obviously my beautiful queens, Jade and Bianca.
They're not winning.
They're not winning? Wow.
They're not winning. The Unholy Union will retain, probably by interference in
Or
some form.
by who?
Doesn't the Unholy Union have? My God, hold on.
They got beef with everybody right now. They've been just talking smack. Smack.
Hold on. I thought they had somebody else with them.
No, it's
Just the two of them? Just
just
Alba
two of them.
Fire and Isla Dawn? Oh, for
Yeah.
some reason I thought there was. Okay. I don't know. I just see them retaining, man.
I mean, could be like you said, DQ or something, but I don't see them winning like one on one, like straight up.
Okay. We'll see. And then we have what I assume is probably going to be the main event match, which is the WWE Tag Team Championship match, DIY versus the Bloodline.
That
What do you got for
one,
that one?
I seen you tag team champions for sure.
Dang.
I mean,
DIY just got the titles.
let's just be real. Transitional champs for right now. Great tag team. The only
Yeah.
way I see them winning is if Solo and Tonga Loa interfere. Then that would bring out Cody to help out DIY.
Well, I agree with Edgar. The Bloodline needs all the push they can get, and I think the Bloodline could end up being champions. But a part of me also says DIY can retain. Like part of me wants both these titles to retain.
A part of me sees either both or at least just one set going to new people. That's
And
just my
then
opinion.
last off, we have Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa face to face, which might just be the main event. And there's a rumor floating around that someone
Rumor,
may be
rumor.
scheduled.
You said rumor.
Rumor for someone
Not
to be
guaranteed,
scheduled,
guys. Not
not
guaranteed.
guaranteed.
But this is going to answer your question of what we get every live. Take it away.
We might get the one and only, the true tribal chief, Roman Reigns. It looks like he's rumored to appear tomorrow on Smackdown. How I see it is that it'll probably end up being like The Rock when he showed up to do the stare down with Roman before WrestleMania, and then they said nothing, and then the show just ended. I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Roman. He's just going to show up, and then nothing's going to happen. But they're going to be like, tune in tomorrow on on SummerSlam,
I can
and
hear
then
it
we're gonna see
now.
Roman coming, and then we might even see Jimmy show up at SummerSlam, and it's just gonna be great.
We're going to talk about that more in a minute. But I can see it going down like that if he shows up. We're not guaranteeing, we're not saying he is going to be there, guys. We're not saying that at all. It's a possibility. It's just a rumor. It could end up being no one tomorrow. It could be Jimmy for all we know. But it's just rumors. But I would like to see that, honestly. Just to have a moment to be like, holy crap, is he on Solo side or Solo side? Or is he on Cody's side or is he on his, I don't give a damn. I'm whooping everybody's ass. Like, you know?
Do you think? Here's another scenario. What if he doesn't even show up on SmackDown, but we get him either a video clip of him on a plane or in a car,
Or
and that's it.
here's another one. What if they like, hey, we got something happening at the stadium, you know, down the street. we're there live right now. There's something going on, and all it is Roman in the middle of the ring, looking up, looks at the camera, and just says, "Acknowledge me," and they cut it off.
I thought SmackDown was happening in the same arena
It's a
as
stadium.
SummerSlam. Yeah, I thought it was
It's,
happening in the same.
no, why would they do SmackDown in a stadium?
Because sometimes they do it in the same
No,
venue.
that'd be too much for a SmackDown. I
I
thought it
don't
was
know.
just like in an arena. Roman is not a free agent. He's still signed to SmackDown. He was never part of the draft, and he's exclusively just for SmackDown.
All right, so that wraps up SmackDown then, and the rumor
But
mill.
I'm
Let's
assuming
take it on.
he didn't like my little segment. But all right,
Let's take it on to SummerSlam.
all right. So, do you have the card pulled up, or we're just going off the memory?
I'm pulling it up right now.
All right. So we already know several of these matches, but it's also being rumored that it's going to be like a 3 hour pre-show, which I don't agree with at all. I'm not going to be there watching a pre-show for 3 hours. And hello, Fire Girl, how's it going? But I got the card right here. Not in this exact order. Obviously, they just throw it on there on the internet, and then we just got to figure it out how it happens, right?
Yeah, I have it on WWE's official, so I'll do it from bottom to top.
Well, I got mine top to bottom.
I don't want to do Cody first.
Oh, mine says CM Punk and Drew first.
Oh no, this one says Seth and Braun Breaker. Um, oh my God, I'm drawing blanks right now because I'm tired.
Sammy and Braun Breaker.
Sammy, thank you, Sammy and Braun Breaker.
I mean, they could do the that first. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about
Hi,
now. Yeah.
hi, Fire Girl.
Okay. Yeah. The bottom says Sammy versus Braun Breaker first.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got?
Sammy versus Braun Breaker. I got Braun Breaker as the new IC champion only because I think they messed up the first time and they should have given it to us the first time. And I hope that this ends up being a squash match in some type of fashion.
I agree. I see Braun finally taking the dub against Sammy Hogan. Like that's just me saying that. Like honestly, he should have won at Money in the Bank. He should have taken the dub. Shouldn't have been Sammy. They only gave it to Sammy because of Canada. I'm
Yeah.
honestly gonna stick with that. But tomorrow is different. It's not in Canada, or not tomorrow, but Saturday. So I do see Braun winning that and bringing home the gold, and see what happens from there. Because I don't know about you, but I know a few people that have wanted Sammy to lose it for a while. It was cool
Absolutely.
that he won against Gunther, but obviously it should go to Braun because he's an upcoming star that needs that dub. And
Agreed.
then another mid card title, I guess y'all want to consider it that. Is that what you got on your list next?
Yep. Lame
You
night.
want
I mean, yep.
Lame Knight? LA Knight versus Logan for the United States Championship. I am going with your favorite guy, LA Knight.
I'm going with the Slim Jim guy.
Wow, the Slim Jim guy.
It is sponsored by Slim Jim. Just saying.
His matchup, most likely.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It shows you on the top right.
I'm not on the WWE official site.
Oh, got you. Well, and then we have the women's championship: Bailey versus Nia Jax. This one's an interesting one.
So, there's a lot around this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm going to call it. I'm just going to freaking say it.
Go ahead.
If Bailey wins that title, retains, but is somehow beaten down and all that, exhausted, we may see a cash in. Because Nia Jax wants to hurt her, wear her down, and if she does that and doesn't win, it's gonna go to everyone's favorite person right now, Tiffy.
50 time. I think that's an interesting play. I don't think that she's going to cash in at SummerSlam. Um, I
But
would love, I would love to see Nia Jax be champion, and then because her right hand is the Money in the Bank winner, right? Have them both go after the women's tag team titles and be tag team champions, right? Where Tiffany Stratton ends up cashing in on Nia Jax as her tag team champion and partner, right? And she becomes the women's champion, and they're still the tag team champions together. Like, imagine how much
wow,
drama that we would get between the two of them.
now you're
Like,
just
that
throwing like
just
a.
seems
You're
sweet,
reaching for it now, ain't you? Just reaching
dude.
out there.
Dude, dude, that just seems too sweet,
That's
doesn't
just,
it?
that.
Tell me
I mean, that is a
that
good
drama,
prediction.
that is drama,
That is a
and it
long
plays
shot,
out
though.
nice.
That is very much a long shot. Uh, yeah. Wow. Edgar said something interesting. What if
Yeah,
she
so
loses, or what if Nia loses? Tiffy tries to cash in, and Nia gets mad and cost her the cash in. That could
either
happen
way,
too.
I see the two of them eventually feuding, but I think right now the two of them are gonna still be buddy buddy, and we need more women tag team. And I think Naya and Tiffany are a great duo to be, women's tag team champions, or at least go after the tag team titles.
I can agree with that.
And I don't want to split them up yet. We need to build that friendship and bond longer, just like they're doing with Bianca and Jade, because we already know that they're eventually going to tear apart, and we're going to see them at WrestleMania, going against each other.
Here's another interesting one because the next matchup, which is Liv and Rhea, huh?
I didn't say
No.
anything.
Oh, I thought you just kept nodding no. I was like, you know what? But no, Liv and Rhea. Who do we got that one?
100% Liv Morgan retains.
Liv Morgan retains. Like, here's just a thought. Here's a thought. Because, like I
Go
said,
ahead.
we got that briefcase hanging around.
She's not switching
Now,
sides.
no one, no one can clarify this because no one has. Is that briefcase only for SmackDown title reign,
No,
or is it for any women's title?
it's for anybody.
Just a long shot.
She's not going to
Because
cash in.
I mean, I'm just saying, like it's a long shot, but you never know. But I
I
am going
just
with Liv.
explained
I'm just
that
telling you.
they,
You explain your prediction,
yeah, but the
your
tag team, we
your
need more women
possibility.
tag team,
But
and
why would
they're not
they?
going to split
But
them up.
I don't think they'll give them a tag team title shot. I mean, that's a long shot because they already got some high profile stars in that. Um,
So then why would you have the two of them be together and not have a tag team?
they're a tag team, but we've seen this before.
Yeah, I
The
know.
women don't need a tag team titles to be a good tag team. They just win tag team matches, but obviously they're both destined for singles runs, especially
The
Tiffy.
women's the women's tag team is built for drama, and this is drama.
Hmm. So I don't know. I mean, it can play out either way because that briefcase can go anywhere, like you just said. Then yes, you can shut the live, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, so 100% Liv Morgan.
I see that too. But to answer everyone's question though, is there going to be a change with Dom?
No,
Why is that?
I think I think if he does do anything, it's gonna end up being like one of those dumb accidents where he just kept helping Liv win and retain the titles. You know how he accidentally slammed the cage door on Becky by accident. You know what I mean? Like, I think it would be one of those by accident things, and
Or
maybe
make it
later on down the line, right? Then it'll come out that, oh, Dom was doing those things on purpose. You know what I mean?
or like you just said, he does it on purpose, but it gets revealed on Monday he did it on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like that Monday, because we need some big stuff happening Monday.
Yeah.
So I can see that for sure. So we're both in agreement that it's going to be Liv walking out. Very, very
Mhm.
long shot if anybody cashes in a briefcase in neither women's title matches.
Mhm.
Um, but it's, in my opinion, I think it's more likely in the women's title, not the women's world title, however they want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could tease it, right? They teased Damian Priest cashing in so many times, and then it was never successfully cashed in until the 85th time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure they could
So
tease it with her.
because they've already started the teasing. Any
Yeah.
chance Bailey's out in the ring beating up, but for some reason Naya is there to stop it. Like, hey girl, what are you doing? Like, chill. That's my spot.
All right, this is the one that's really hard to pick a winner, but we have CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with the special guest referee as Seth freaking Rollins. Who do you got
Man,
for this one? This one's tough.
this one is tough. Drew is pissed off. CM Punk doesn't like Drew and will win at any cost. And the referee is, you know, he's just like, I don't give a damn who wins. I just want y'all to beat each other up.
Yeah,
Seth costs CM Punk the match. Wow, that's a good prediction, editor. But I don't think he gets involved in that way. Jimmy. But I'm gonna have to give that one to CM Punk. I don't know why, but something's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but something's gonna happen.
I have to agree with you on that one because there's a couple reasons. One, Drew has been carrying around that bracelet, and CM Punk needs to show up, especially for his first singles match back in 10 years in the WWE. He's got
He's
to
only
show
had,
up and
yeah, he's only had
eh,
one.
he's got to put out. Well, this is his first singles match, in WWE in the last 10 years.
Well,
So
first
televised,
televised singles match
televised, televised.
because the first one was against
Dumb.
Dominic Mysterio,
Hmm. But
which
I think Punk's gonna win, especially coming off the injury, and then it's gonna keep Crybaby Drew doing his thing,
oh yeah,
and they'll end up running it back. We'll probably end up getting a triple threat match at some point between the three of these
oh yeah,
guys, but it'll be good. It'll be a good match.
I definitely see that happening just because we need more matches for Bad Blood, and we probably need something to lead into Bash in Berlin as well. So the story with these three guys could go long for a long time. Just
Absolutely, it's great.
like that's just me talking. But I am loving that the trolling, the personal issues, and it's a long shot if April shows up. But a lot of people want that to happen. I think Drew, hey, people on the internet have speculated that CM Punk is trying to make it happen, but obviously she got her production company and then comic books and stuff. So I think it's a long shot. But it would be nice to
Yep.
see if it's just at least a cameo one time. But then we got two men's title matches. We're obviously going to get into the World Heavyweight title first.
Yep.
Damian Priest, el campeón, versus Gunther, the ring general.
This one kept going back and forth and back and forth with, but I think, oh man, this one I'm still going back and forth with. I'm still 50-50, man. This one's so tough for me. Do you have
uh,
a pick?
this one is tough too. Not because I like both guys, but I do like both these guys. With Damien, a lot of people didn't give him a chance when he became champion, and now that he's bringing more of his personal style, like himself, into the character, I'm actually liking him more. And then of course Gunther, we've just been wanting him to win a title, other than the IC title. Both guys know how to work. Both guys know how to put on a good match. It's just now that Damien's doing more, that's the hard part to figure it out. So on this one, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with Damien.
Dang.
Like I'm just gonna. I don't know why. Something says go with Damien on this one. Somebody keeps saying help with JD. Um, so I mean, what do you think there?
Dude, I'm still, like I said, it's still a tough one for me. And I might change my answer later, but as of right now, I'm going to have to side with Damien retaining, even though it makes the most sense for Gunther to win, only because of Bash in Berlin.
You know,
But
that's another.
I also want to factor in. Hold on. I also want to factor in. I know that WWE doesn't have a lot of title changes on the card, and so if we're already thinking the two mid card titles are going to switch hands, then why do we think the world titles are going to switch hands?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going to stick with Damien, and it might change because I'm still 50-50.
I mean, it's all gonna depend on how the who shows up. Like it depends on who shows up because there's more rumors spreading out there, right? That
Absolutely.
if Gunther wins, it's going to be because of Finn Balor and Judgment Day turning on Damien. And then some people are saying that it could be because a certain beast might be coming back. But they're also saying that same beast could just be coming back in January, not now, just for Netflix to be happy, to get the ratings up. But honestly, if he doesn't win tomorrow, then he could very well win in Bash in Berlin.
Which would be a bigger pop?
For him, especially. Uh, but I know we're gonna get a good match. The match itself is gonna be great. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
deny either guy, but I just
And if
see
Gunther
it.
wins, he'll win in a submission.
It could be where Damien passes out, like Finn. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't tap. He does everything to get out of it, but he just ends up, passing out. Which, that was more of a statement to Damien. Get out you.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean that one's a tough one. Like I don't care who you are. Like that's a tough one to pick between these two guys, especially with how aggressive they've been, and we're seeing that aggressive side of Damien finally. That's just me. I don't know about you, but the
The main
last match,
event.
the last matchup, the main event. This is what everyone's been bugging about since Cody won, since the guy left, and this guy took over. Like every single live, do you acknowledge Soto or Solo? I keep saying Soto. Do you acknowledge Solo? Do you see Roman coming back? Do you see this? Do you see that? And I'm just gonna say it. We're finally gonna get the answers or the questions answered on Saturday.
Are we?
We might get some answers tomorrow, but I don't see Solo Sikoa walking out as champion.
Me either. We agree on that.
And the biggest reason why is honestly because they're saving him for something bigger. And we could begin something bigger from Cody or for Cody. And I want to say that's just mostly due to the fact that the bloodline doesn't need to have that title with them right now because it's already been in their family for what, 3, 4 years? Yeah.
Too long.
So for it to go back to one of the people in the Samoan dynasty would just be crazy at this point, especially if people want to see a certain individual with three initials go after the title because you kind of
MJF.
RKO fool. Randy Orton. You know, they've been teasing it because of the way he stares at the title each time he's in there with Cody.
Hmm.
And then, of course, if the rumors play out the way they want it to play out with everyone, then Roman's coming back after his spot as head of the table. He probably doesn't need the title at this point because he already proved himself. So, you know, just like Edgar saying, maybe it's Jimmy that shows up that cost him the title. Maybe Roman shows up. Who knows? Like, that question is going to finally be answered tomorrow or Saturday. Is Roman coming back? But we know for sure Solo's not walking out with that title. Doesn't matter how many of his cousins show up. Like, what do you think?
I think Roman's definitely showing up. He's probably gonna cost. He's probably the match will probably end in a DQ in some type of way, but Roman will end up taking out both Solo and Cody, and then we're gonna see him run it and take care of, you know, Solo, and then come back and face Cody.
Yeah. But
What if we get Jimmy?
Jimmy on Saturday? I mean, that's unlikely because, you know, save Roman for another day for another big event coming up because the 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 whole family thing, the whole bloodline, all the new members and all the old members are just doing other things, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but you know, today they finally released the event for November because we all thought we weren't going to get nothing in November. um, because
Survivor Series.
they hadn't announced it until today, so they could very well save Roman for Survivor Series.
That'd be a long wait. That'd be until November.
Yeah,
An
but
entire summer without Roman?
we went almost 2 years without Randy, and he showed up last year.
Yeah, but Roman's not really hurt.
But he's doing, you know, other things outside of WWE. But you know, he did carry the like. I'm not gonna say carried it, but he helped the company in a big way for the past 4 years,
Right.
3, 4 years, whatever it was. And you know, he deserves to take the break that he's getting, and then obviously get his name out there in other ventures. So it's very possible that they just bring back Jimmy on Saturday and start building up for Survivor Series War Games, which is in Vancouver on the 30th of November, which Triple H finally answered today because that was a question. We're like, man, are we getting anything? Are they not doing Survivor Series? What the hell are they doing? Because last year they did the same thing. We didn't get nothing in December, which we're all cool with.
Yeah.
Like, just start building up for the Royal Rumble because now they got 2 months to build for that versus just 1.5 or whatever it was. Um, so yeah, I mean that's how I think it's gonna go down. Solo loses, Jimmy shows up. They start building up the family, you know, civil war, and Roman shows up at uh, Survivor Series, not SummerSlam.
So that'd be dope. Honestly, if I could go to Survivor Series, like I've been to a couple WrestleManias, a couple SummerSlams. I have yet to go to Royal Rumble and Survivor
Wait,
Series.
Vancouver's in Canada?
Yeah.
Another Canada show? Man, they got lucky. They got Money in Bank and Survivor Series.
Yep.
Last year was in Chicago, right?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah,
The
because
same Punk shit came back.
yeah, CM Punk came back, and everyone said that no, he's not coming back. He's not coming back, and he showed up. Screw you guys.
Well, it's gonna be a good
But
event nonetheless. I'm excited for this weekend. Should be a good SmackDown. It should definitely be a good SummerSlam. There's a
so
lot of 50-50s. Um, I'm excited, man.
I mean, we've heard those rumors already, Mark. We've been hearing it all week for the past 2 weeks. Rain, rain, rain's probably gonna delay SummerSlam. I mean, if it does, it does. I mean, that's probably why they're doing a 3-hour pre-show. To be honest, I don't think
Probably.
they plan to do it. They think they were like, hey, you know what? If it's getting delayed, Let's just do 3 hours of pre-show. We'll talk. We'll do this. We'll do that to see how it goes. So that's why I think they're doing that. But rumor mills have been just going crazy, haven't they?
Dude,
Rumors everywhere in WWE, AEW, TNA. But speaking of AEW, did you see what happened yesterday?
I did not.
No? A
Mm-mm.
certain individual is talking to a certain AEW owner?
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes. We're talking about the money. Mr. Shane McMahon.
I mean, how crazy is that to
A
think
McMahon in
that
AEW?
Shane McMahon and AEW, like, I know you saw the clip. I saw the clip. Bully Ray talking about it. These guys sat down in Tony Khan's office and discussed business. And Shane said, I took a meeting with him. I mean, last time Shane took a meeting with anybody, kind of like what Edgar said, you know, a McMahon has signed a contract, you know, but it also says Shane McMahon. I'm like, holy crap.
They could pretty much do the same thing. Obviously, twist it, but it'd be a very similar story.
You
Um,
know, obviously we know he's not buying
you know,
AEW. WWE's
or
not going to
maybe
purchase them.
not WWE, but
But
maybe Vince is gonna go all in.
Edgar just said that too. But that would be insane to see both Shane and Vince. Because we already know Tony Khan doesn't give a damn about controversy.
Yeah,
He doesn't care. He's like, if it makes sense for me to do it, I'm going to do it.
he's a young guy who wants money, just like all of us. So if it's gonna make him money, then he's gonna take the risk. Just like young Vince did back in the day. Young Vince took the risk, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
was in it for the money. So that's
And
all he's doing.
just like a young Eric Bischoff taking over WCW, took all
Hmm.
these WWE guys. Or WWF, however you want to put it.
Speaking of WCW and WWF days, don't we
Wow.
have something coming up next week?
I think we do have something coming up.
WTP,
What
why don't
was
you
it?
let the people know?
So earlier today, my guys, my people, my family, I kind of announced that I had a big announcement today. And I'm going to let you know. Next week, here on this show, which will only be aired on Tiki Talkie, because, you know, that's what we
We'll
want to
still re-
do.
we'll still record it and post it on other platforms at the
Oh,
end.
oh yeah, we're going to post it everywhere, but it's going to be exclusively on live TikTok. For the first time, we're actually going to have a wrestler on the show. Now, this guy, some of you may know him, some of you may not. He may have been before your time. But we are going to have Mr. Brian Clark, formerly known as Adam Bomb, former WCW star, former WWE star, here live with us next week. Now, again, this guy he wrestled for quite a while. He's actually here on TikTok. He actually does do lives. You can go follow him. But I reached out to him, shot my shot, and he has agreed to come on the show with me, myself, and Mr. Soto 619 next week.
I think by bringing the image on, you kind of froze me, but
You
it's all
already
good.
froze before that, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, it's
you.
all good. He's he's gonna be on the show next week. I'm excited. We get our first wrestler,
Oh
and
yes, I forgot.
it's gonna be a lot of.
Mr. Jimmy will be with us.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a surprise to me.
Man, my bad, Jimmy. That's on me. My bad, man. That's on me. But we will have all three of us, Jimmy, Soto, um, me, all three of us with Mr. Brian Clark on the live. We will be talking to him. We will be asking him some questions about his career, some of the matches he had in WCW, WWF, and WWE. which I'm very freaking stoked about. Like,
Me too.
again, like this is our first wrestler we're gonna have. And if you don't know him, he has had quite a bit of matches. He was part of the initial angle of the invasion when Shane McMahon took over, and obviously they were there. He had matches with Kane, Taker, another, a lot of other legendary tag teams, and it's gonna be pretty dope. Like I've been doing my homework on the guy. You can go check out his channel. Like I said, Brian Clark, Adam Bomb, really cool guy. He does do live, and Soto is actually excited about this as well. Like I know he is.
Dude, I'm definitely excited, man. Who's not excited to have some time just to speak with us about something that we both enjoy and why we're all here.
And he did it
Um,
for a living.
and he did it for the living. Some of the famous clips that you sent me was him, feuding with Kane and the Undertaker, and
And
so many others.
and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the clips and I was like, oh, okay, I remember this guy now. He was a hard hitting guy, very
Big
hard
dude,
hitting, big
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 dude.
dude. Like I'm gonna ask him like how it felt to stand across the ring with like Taker and Kane, guys that saw him at eye level. It's like it's very rare to see those kind of things. So I'm definitely gonna be asking him stuff like that. Obviously, Sutto's gonna come up with some stuff, and I'm sure Jimmy will as well. Um,
Yeah,
but next week's show is gonna be very interesting. I can't wait for you guys to see that. I can't wait to have him on. The guy is pretty chill, like I said. I've been talking to him. Um, I mean, that's all I got for that one. But
well,
just
this
make
should be a
sure
good
y'all are
show.
following. Make sure you
I'm
guys are
excited, man.
following for that. But I know, yeah, I'm doing my homework now. Yeah, that's Jimmy for you guys. He's doing homework.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait. I'm super thankful, and we'll just
But
see. We'll see you guys next Thursday when we have our special guest and Jimmy Willis.
and Jimmy Willis. I was like, oh, we got this guy, the special guest. Oh, and Jimmy's coming too. No, but no, it's all love for Jimmy. Jimmy knows we're joking. Jimmy knows we're joking. We love Jimmy. Go follow Jimmy Willis, by the way, guys. He will also be live Saturday and tomorrow. Make sure you're following Soto619. He'll be live tomorrow and Saturday as well. I will not be live tomorrow. I will be live Saturday, as always. But you already know that, Soto.
I know, I know.
He likes giving me a hard time about the smallest things. I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here. But for
All right, my
sure,
guy.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate
each and
you.
every one of you guys that gave us some likes, commented the entire show. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow us on our other platforms. Soto619 here on Instagram or TikTok, and then also on Instagram. Make sure you're following the YT page, Soto619 versus WTP. Also my Instagram, and follow us on the Purple brand as well.
And one last time, the WWF title. This replica right here. It is the giveaway is still live. If you want to join, the link is in my bio.
Wait.
Go ahead and click my page. Go
Jimmy
ahead,
says
Edgar.
Jimmy says wait. I have a question for both of you, says Jimmy.
To me, you got 10 seconds.
You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, no, I'm just kidding. Belt still for sale. Hit up Edgar Orlando. He has something for ventas right now. I think Jimmy's was joshing us.
I don't know if that went through.
Yeet.
What are we supposed to do with the nuggies? I don't know.
Eat them. But anyways,
All
thank you
right.
guys. We will catch y'all next time. Be sure to follow us and keep showing support. But we'll see y'all